Good morning to one and all. This is presentation. This presentation 3 is mainly for second PG students of our college. I have discussed in the previous presentations the topic adsorption, physical and chemical adsorption, and differences between these two, and adsorption isotherms, Langmuir isotherms, BET isotherm, and then adsorption mechanism, Langmuir Hinshelwood mechanism, Langmuir radial mechanism. All these are discussed in my previous presentations. In this presentation, I have to discuss Gibbs adsorption isotherm, contact angle, surface area determination, micelle and reverse micelles, and kinetics of micelle process. Our Gibbs adsorption isotherm solids in general have two different effects upon the surface tension of the solvent. So, depending upon surface tension of the solvent, we have differentiate solids in two types. Certain solids which increase the surface tension are said to possess a negative surface activity. So, solids which increase the surface tension are said to possess a negative surface activity. Certain solids which decrease the surface tension are said to possess a positive surface activity. So, depending upon surface activity, there are two types of solids. One solid increase the surface tension, another solid decreases the surface tension. Now, scientist Gibbs derived an equation relating this excess of solute at the surface compared to the bulk of the solution. That is otherwise called as surface excess. And the surface excess here related surface excess with the variation in surface tension, and that equation is called as Gibbs adsorption isotherm. So that equation surface excess is equal to minus E by RT d gamma by dc. Here left hand side symbol, that's a big size gamma, that is surface excess, that is number of moles of solute per unit area of surface. Surface excess means number of moles of solute per unit area of surface, and C concentration of solution, and d gamma by dc, that is variation of surface tension with C. If d gamma by dc is positive, then surface excess is negative. Surface excess is negative because there is a symbol, minus symbol on the right hand side. So if d gamma by dc is positive, negative into positive, that is negative, therefore surface excess is negative. And if d gamma by dc is negative, then negative, there is a sign negative already there. So negative into negative, then surface excess is positive. So d gamma by dc is positive, then surface excess is negative, and if d gamma by dc is negative, then surface excess is positive. Positive d gamma by dc means increase in surface tension. Negative d gamma by dc means decrease in surface tension. So all solutes which lower surface tension tend to accumulate on the surface compared to bulk of the solution. So that means negative d gamma by dc, the solutes which has negative d gamma by dc lower surface tension tend to accumulate on the surface compared to bulk of the solution. Now solids such as soaps, sulfonic acid, detergents and sulfonates show the negative value of d gamma by dc. That means the solids lower the surface tension and are known as surface active agents. But in the case of strong electrolytes and similar ionic species, these species have d gamma by dc is positive, and these species increase the surface tension, and these are not a good surface active agents. Our next topic is surface area determination. There are a number of methods to determine surface area of adsorbent. So one method that is called BET method. So here we have already discussed the BET equations and the derivations, etc. Now what is BET equation? BET equation is P by V P0 minus P, that is equal to 1 by VMC plus C minus 1 divided by VMC P by P0. We have known all these terms: P pressure, V volume, P0 saturated pressure, and Vm volume of gas adsorbed when the layer is monolayer, and C is the constant. And now this equation is in the form of straight line equation. Y is equal to mx plus C, and the left hand side is y, and the right hand side P by P0, that is x, and C minus 1 divided by VMC, that is m slope, and 1 by VMC, that is intercept. So slope is equal to C minus 1 divided by VMC, and intercept is equal to 1 by VMC. So now on plotting P by V P0 minus P versus P by P0, we get a straight line with a slope and the intercept. So and from the straight line we can take slope and intercept, and adding these two, slope and intercept, we get C minus 1 divided by VMC plus 1 by VMC, that is equal to 1 by Vm. So slope and intercept, these are taken from the graph, and adding these two, we get the value of 1 by Vm. Now Vm is equal to 1 by slope plus intercept. So on knowing Vm, the surface area of adsorbent, is calculated using the formula. What is the formula? S is equal to, that is surface area, is equal to sigma Vm n divided by 22,400, and here Vm, that is the volume of gas adsorbed when the layer is monolayer, that is determined from graph. So and sigma, area occupied by one molecule, n is the Avogadro number. On substituting Vm sigma n in the equation, S is equal to sigma Vm n divided by 22,400, one can simply calculate the value of S, that is the surface area of the adsorbent. This method is called as BET method. Our next method is point V method. In this method, V is plotted against P by P0. V is the volume of gas adsorbed, and P pressure, P0 saturated pressure. And if we plot V versus P by P0, we get a graph like this, and the point P corresponds to yield a monolayer on the surface, and the volume is VB value, and the VB value is taken from this graph, and the value is substituted in the equation. S is equal to P0 VB divided by RT0 NA. In this equation, and substitute VB value and P0 value, that is 1 atmosphere, and T0 value 273 degree Kelvin, and R value gas constant value, and N Avogadro number value, and A area occupied by a single molecule. On substituting all these values P0 VB R T0 N A, and on substituting all these values, one can calculate the value of S, that is the surface area of the adsorbent, and here the VB value, that is taken from the graph on plotting V versus P by P0. So the VB value is taken from the graph, and substituting the equation, one can calculate the surface area of the adsorbent. That method is called as point B method. That is another method. Our next topic is contact angle theta. Now what is contact angle? That is angle measured through the liquid where a liquid vapor interface meets a solid surface. So now this is the contact angle. So solid surface, and then on the solid surface a liquid is present, and the angle measured through the liquid where a liquid vapor interface meets, that is called contact angle. So otherwise it is called as wetting angle. More wetting liquid has low contact angle. So theta, that is contact angle, measures wettability of a solid surface by a liquid. So if the contact angle theta is 90 degree, then the wetting, bad wetting. If it is 45 degree angle, then it is good wetting. If it is 0 degree angle, then the wetting is complete wetting. So these are about contact angle. So this angle measured through the liquid, where a liquid vapor interface meets a solid surface. Now, rating with this contact angle rate, it relates with surface energy by the equation. That equation is called as Young equation. That is sigma S is equal to sigma SL plus sigma L cos theta. Here, sigma S surface energy, sigma SL interfacial tension between solid and liquid, sigma L surface tension of the liquid, and theta is the contact angle. So these are about contact angle. Question may be asked, what is meant by contact angle? The next topic is micelles. Now what is soap? Soap means the metal salt of long chain fatty acid. Metal salt of long chain fatty acid. For example, sodium stearate. For sodium stearate formula C17H35COO minus Na plus. That is sodium salt of stearate, sodium stearate. So at low concentration, solution of sodium stearate consists of sodium and stearate ions. What is stearate ions? C17H35COO minus. That ion is called as stearate ions. So at low concentrations, this salt exists in ions Na plus and sodium stearate ions. But at a rather definite concentration, the critical micelle concentration, the stearate ions aggregate into clumps called micelles. Now the micelle contains 50 to 100 individual stearate ions. It is roughly spherical and the hydrocarbon chains are the interior, leaving polar COO minus groups on the outer surface. That is the carbon chain C17H35. That chain is present interior of the micelle and the COO minus group is on the outer surface. That is a polar group. The polar group is that is hydrophilic head that is shown in the first diagram. That is a chain is present interior and the head COO polar group COO minus on the outer surface. So the outer surface stabilizes the micelle in the water solution. It has the size of colloidal particles. Since it has charge, it is a colloidal ion. The micelle binds a fairly large number of positive ions, that is in this case sodium plus Na plus ion, and to its surface as counter ions, which reduces its charge considerably. The formation of micelle results in decrease of electrical conductivity per mole of the electrolyte. Suppose 100 Na plus and 100 stearate ions, that is C17H35CO minus ion. These are stearate ion were present individually. If total number of ions 100 plus 100 200, and if the stearate ions aggregate into a micelle and the micelle binds 70 Na plus for example as counter ions, then there will be 30 Na plus ion and the micellar ion having charge minus 30. Total number of ions is 100 minus ion, and it combines with the 70 Na plus. It binds with the 70 Na plus ion. Then the remaining charge minus 30 charge minus 30. That is the charge of micellar ion, and the remaining ions, remaining 30 Na plus ion. Totally we have 31 ions. Initially, before forming micelles, there are 200 ions. That is 100 stearate ions, 100 Na plus ion. So due to formation of micelles, the electrical conductivity is decreased. So this the micelles, there is a two-dimensional shape is given, and the another one is a three-dimensional shape. Actually this is spherical. Here the intersection of micelle is given. So here the polar group, that is CO minus group, that is hydrophilic head, that is on the outer surface of the micelle, and the chain is present interior of the micelle. And here this type of arrangement is occurs in the polar solvents like water. Here each sodium stearate ions as hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail, and these are given in the slide. Due to micellar formation, there is a reduction in number of ions, and that is already told. That is due to reduction of number of ions, electrical conductivity and osmotic pressure, and these are decreased. Now the average molar mass of micelle is determined from osmotic pressure. From the molar mass, one can estimate the average number of ions in the micelle knowing the mass of the ion. So one important property of micelle is they are monodisperse. So that is, at a given temperature, concentration of the micelles uh, of a surfactant contains the same number of one molecule, usually 25 to 100, and the diameter of typical micelle is 3 to 8 nanometer, and the process of forming micelle is called as micellization, and the critical micelle concentration is the lowest concentration at which micelle formation appears. So after a particular concentration micelle formation occurs, that concentration is called as critical micelle concentration. Simply it is called as CMC. Now these are about micelles. Next, what are the uses of micelles? One use, cleaning action of soap and detergents is due to micelle formation. That is one use. Micelle formation is used in the cleaning action of soap and detergents. Another one is micelle formation is essential for the absorption of fat soluble vitamins and complicated lipids within the human body. So these are the uses of micelles. This slide shows kinetics of micelles. Kinetics of micelles means the reacting speed. There are three types: spontaneous reacting, moderately reacting, and third one is slow reacting. Micelle from ionic surfactants can be formed only above a certain temperature, that is called Kraft temperature. So after a particular temperature, the micelle from ionic surfactants can be formed. That temperature is called as Kraft temperatures. And the physical properties versus surfactant concentration, the physical property nature is given in this graph. That is, molar conductivity is decreased after micelle formation, and the osmotic pressure is also decreased after micelle formation, after CMC, critical micelle concentration. So after CMC, micelle formation occurs. Due to micelle formation, number of ions is decreased, so molar conductivity and also the osmotic pressure, that is a colligative property, these are decreased due to micelle formation after CMC, critical micellar concentration. Next topic is reverse micelle. The nature of micelle depends upon the polarity of the medium. In aqueous solution, that is polar medium, that is water solvent, the polar group CO- group point towards outward, and the hydrophobic hydrocarbon chains point towards center. But in the case of non-polar medium, that is organic solvent, the polar group point towards inward, and the hydrophobic hydrocarbon chains point towards outward. So that type of micelle, that is called reverse micelle, that is shown in the figure. Here the hydrophilic head is pointed towards center of the micelle, and the hydrophobic tail, that is hydrocarbon chain, that chain is pointed towards outward. So this type of just inverse of micelle, that is called reverse micelle. So this type of reverse micelle occurs in the non-polar chain, non-polar medium, that is like organic solvent. So this type of reverse micelle occurs, and the topic and the phenomenon is called as reverse micelle. With this, I want to conclude my lecture. This lecture is very useful for second PG students of Bharathidasan University. I wish all the students success. I express my heartfelt thanks to all viewers. Thank you, one and all.